You ready to roll?
You're going to have to squeeze the water out of it.
Huh?
You have to squeeze the water out of it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is what is today? Wednesday, August the 10th, and we are back up here at Lounsboro. We're getting an early start today. Did not go to the shop because Lounsboro is on the way, so I pulled in here. Already got the rogator, got her fired up, got her mixing, stirring the tank, and anyway, we're gonna finish up Lounsboro today. Then we're moving on to the gravel pit. James and Mark, they're coming up here in the 18-wheeler, and they're gonna get all hooked up, and then we'll be ready to head to the gravel pit. So anyway, this video is probably gonna be a 2-day video, kind of like the last one. Let me know what you think about that one. If you like the 2-day or you like just the one. But anyway, just trying to spread it out, kind of doing the same thing over and over and over. So I'm spreading out the video and trying to get some more content in there. Hope y'all enjoy the video. It's going to be another beautiful day here in Alabama. We got rain chances, 70% starting, you know, this afternoon. Same thing for tomorrow. So we're going to get some spraying done this morning, and then we'll see what happens this afternoon. So sit back, enjoy. Let's get this video started. Okay, here's the tissue samples back from the gravel pit, and yeah, we're low on zinc. And so we'll be adding a quart of zinc, which I got at the shop. We were low on molybdenum. Anyway, we'll be putting out 4 ounces of moly. And this is another sample, same thing, zinc, iron, and moly. Okay, so we will be putting out some zinc. Same thing, same recipe as we've been doing. We'll be doing the locomotive. Trying not to put Roundup in there unless I see grass, and we'll be doing the iron plus, and then we'll be adding the zinc plus, and we'll be adding moly. Got it? All that'll be done at gravel pit when we get there. Alright guys, we are in the very last field at Lounsboro. I'm on my last pass basically. Then we're going to fold up. We're headed to the gravel pit. Mark and James called. They're already set up over there. Cotton here at Lounsboro, every time I come up here, it looks better and better. Even the little imperfections, like on the edges of the field, kind of where the deer have eaten and stuff, it started growing. So anyway, Delta Pine 2141, that's that nematode variety from Reniform. Very, very pleased with this variety so far. It's got a long ways to go. A lot of things can happen from here till we harvest, but right now it is setting up to be a good crop, and I'm very excited about it. Dad has been running around. He went down there to Blackwell's Bend to check on those soybeans. He said they are looking good. Said they got a big rain last night, like over an inch. He said it's good and wet, so that is good for the beans. Then he also went to Togville to check on those soybeans. That's where we had that disease, a root disease. Said he sees a few more plants dying here and there. He thinks if the beans can hold out another 2 weeks, they'll be pretty much be done putting on pods, and hopefully basically the disease won't be any worse. But he said it's borderline. He said it's not dry, but it's borderline in between dry and wet. So he went ahead and fired up the irrigation over there. Even though we got good chances of rain today and tomorrow, he went ahead while he was over there, cranked it up, because we can turn off both pivots over there with our phone if we do get a rain. So that's what he's been doing. So let's fold up, get on the road to Gravel Pit. 2-lane road, a little bit dangerous, a little tight here and there in some places, but hopefully we'll get there safe and get spraying. See you, Lounsboro. This is something I don't think I've ever shown y'all. This is actually my grandmother's house right here. Granny. That is where I grew up, going to her house. She had these little culverts out by the highway right there where I went by. I think it used to be an old drive that went to the front or whatever. But anyway, it made perfect jumps from a foiler. She used to get so mad at me when she'd look out that window and I'd be jumping those culverts with that foiler. Woo! Tear me up. This is probably the smallest bridge I have to go over on all the highways. It is tight. Alright guys, we have made it. Successful trip. They're stockpiling this big rock. That's what they load on these railroad cars, which are over there, but they can push them all the way around on this track right here. And I think that loader's been out of commission for a while, but they used to load them with that big boy. But anyway, that's what they're doing, stockpiling that rock and loading it on those rail cars. It is lunchtime. We're gonna stop for lunch. I'm gonna take them back to the shop. Main reason is I'm gonna drop James off, get him back with Dad. They're going to be moving the combine to Grey Rock, so we're going to quit for lunch, and anyway, we'll get back after we eat. Look what Dad completed the other day. He got the auger put up in place, got the tractor hooked up, everything is ready to go, and looks really good. So basically our 18-wheelers will come in here and they'll back up right here to this, dump into this tray, goes up this pipe, dumps into there, down to that auger, and then goes all the way up and drops into our wet tank. But yeah, boy, this looks good. Man, it looks strong. While me and Dad were eating lunch, we discussed the gravel pit, how wet it was. I was real leery about it. I had a bad feeling that it was going to be too wet once I got out there, so I didn't want to fill up with those chemicals and then not be able to run out there and then have the chemicals stuck in my machine till it dries up. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull out of the gravel pit and we're going to move to basically back to the shop. And I'm gonna get filled up at the shop and I'll run up there to the smoke place. Dad said those soybeans up there, the land's good and dry. I have not sprayed them yet. Anyway, that's the plan. Let's get going.
How far off is that rain?
It's 3 o'clock. They had it getting to us at 3 o'clock. You got the walkie-talkies charged?
Yeah.
You remember how to drive it?
I know how to drive.
Huh?
Yeah, I know how.
Oh, had an accident. This thing right here comes flying off and it comes down, and I don't know how it doesn't break my window, but this thing right here will scare the mess out of you. I need to mount it somewhere else. Just any low limb that just scrapes right across this cab snatches this thing off, and then it comes swinging down and it makes, whoo, it'll scare you. I'm thinking about just putting it right there. I may just try it right there for a while, but unfortunately I don't know if we're going to beat the rain, because as you can see, it's already building up pretty good. We're about 3 miles away from 2.5, 3 miles away from the shop. This is the dam. If I'm ever at Grey Rocks and I'm flying my drone, and I always fly over this dam and show it down the river, that is the dam right there. And Grey Rocks is literally right on the other side of those trees. If we could just have a road right there when they built that dam, if they would have just made it where you could drive across it, you could be at Grey Rocks in 5 minutes. But anyway, we got to get back to the shop. We'll take a look at the radar, but not looking good for spraying. Oh boy. Well, we just got a pretty good little dash here at the shop. No spraying. Probably no spraying tomorrow in the morning for sure. It's still raining now. Still lightning and thundering. Dad is on the way to Grey Rocks with the combine. He's maybe halfway there, and he said it's biggest, darkest cloud's been coming right at him. What went by us is going right toward him, and he said it's starting to sprinkle, so I don't know if he's gonna make it all the way or not. So we're gonna hook up to the service trailer. We're gonna go to Grey Rocks, go ahead and take this over there. We were trying to get over there this afternoon in time to cut a little corn, but anyway, maybe rained out. So look who's back. Did you not learn your lesson? Or you just want to stay in there? What's the deal, man? You got it. Two days in a row. But at least he's learning how to get out of there. I might as well just leave the board in there. Alright guys, you know what time it is. A little bit muddy, a little slick out there, so conditions are not good for getting 3 for 3, but we'll give it a shot. Good night. Oh, we were so close. 2 for 3 again. Did you see that? You ready to roll?
You're going to have to squeeze the water out of it.
Huh?
You have to squeeze the water out of it.
Welcome back, guys. It is what's today? Thursday. Thursday, August the 11th, and here's what we got on tap for today. Got a lot of rain in different areas last night / yesterday afternoon. So basically the only field I can spray is up here at the smoke place. We're gonna be spraying those beans with the potash, insecticides, and we'll throw the Roundup in there for the grass. And was that it? Yeah, that's all it needed. And then after we get that sprayed, the next thing on the list is we're gonna go up there and we're gonna try to harvest some corn today. We do have some really good rain chances, like 70%. So I don't know how much we'll get harvested, and it did rain last night over there like you saw in the video. Pretty big rain, so I don't know what the moisture is going to be on the corn, or the field conditions may be too wet. But after we get done spraying, we are going to go up to Gray Rocks and we are going to attempt to harvest corn. So that is the plan. I got these sensors, that's what I just grabbed right there. My boom height sensors, I replaced 3 of them, and those 3 seem to be working fine. The 2 other ones left on the boom, the old ones, anyway, they are still giving me trouble. So I just bit the bullet and ordered 2 more sensors, so that's what's in that box hopefully, and we'll slap those on, go spray the smoke place, then we'll get to harvest some corn. Okay, here is the tip of the day. If you got a Rogator and you got these height sensors on your boom and you have trouble with one of them or something, and you have to order one with the NORAC system, it's not just plug and play. You just do not bolt this up, plug this in, get up in the cab, crank it up, and it's going to work. What you have to do is you have to go in there on your screen and go to settings in the NORAC part, your console screen on your armrest. Go to NORAC, go to settings, and anyway, you have to have this little number right here. That little number, that is your serial number for this particular sensor. So every sensor that goes out has its own serial number. So you have to go in there, clear out the one that's in there, put the right number in, and do it for the other one I'm gonna put on. Enter those in, and then it will recognize this, because if you do not, never gonna work. It's gonna think that old sensor I took off, it's gonna have that serial number in there, and it will never communicate. Look, tip of the day. Anybody need any pallets? Done. Okay, we are done spraying. We're on our way to the cornfield. We thought we'd grab an early lunch so we can eat on the way. We don't have to stop for lunch when we get there. We're eating, yes, at Wendy's. We went with the old classic hamburger, ketchup only. That's right, only ketchup. Went with the fries, put a little sea salt on there, And we're gonna wash it down with some Wendy's sweet tea. Alright, we are hooked up. I got it just barely running right now. Dad's been greasing my chain, oiling my chains. He's done everything on the header. He's done everything on this side. He's doing the one, he's got one left. You can see him in the mirror. Anyway, once he gets that one, then shut it off, get everything set up in the monitor, and hopefully get running pretty quick, because off in the distance, yes, we got rain coming right at us. So hopefully we can get out here and just test out this corn and see what we got. Alright guys, we just got started. You see what we've cut. We just made about 3 rounds. I hadn't even calibrated my moisture. Forget the yield, you gotta do the moisture first. Corn is absolutely horrible right here. You see all the coffee weeds? But when I say horrible, I'm talking about this is cutting like 80 bushels, sometimes 40 bushels. Now right over there, I was hitting some 140 over there. Now granted that none of this has been calibrated, so all these numbers could be wrong, but I'm just giving you something to go by. But this right here is just terrible. I'm talking about really bad. So, and the other thing is, you see it right there. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but it is raining right there. So we're about to get rained out right now. Dad's just looking at the disappointing corn. I'll get out and show you the corn. Dad said that he would definitely not put this out on video to show everybody how terrible our corn is right here. But on this channel, you're gonna get the good and the bad. We're just gonna tell it like it is. If it's good corn, we'll tell you it's good corn. If it's not, we'll show you the bad corn. But this is probably the worst I've seen maybe in my lifetime. So anyway, terrible, terrible, terrible. But the good thing is, hopefully there is some good spots that's gonna have some good corn in it. I know the irrigated field, it's gonna be good, should be good. But why this is cutting 40 bushels right here, and right over there 3 passes over is cutting 140, I have no idea. It's just bad. It's raining now, so we're rained out. But anyway, I'll get out and show you whenever James pulls off. Look at Dad. And you intercrop these coffee weeds? Is that what we did?
Yeah,
We seeded this.
got a good stand of coffee.
Good stand of coffee weeds. No, we did not seed that. These are just weeds.
Probably the worst corn crop I ever grew. That's what happens, no rain.
Look at that little bitty ear. If they were just all like that, you'd have 100 bushels.
Yeah.
It's these that didn't make anything. All right, what's the difference in this corn right here and then the corn we just looked at? Nothing.
We got some decent ears over here.
I know, but it was planted same day.
Yeah.
Should. Not great, but definitely better.
There's some decent here. Yeah. That wasn't too good.
What we don't want is that right there. Look at that little thing. Piece of junk. Terrible. That's gonna be it for this one. Why don't you do me a favor? It'll put a smile on my face if you'll just take the time, if you like the video, to click the thumbs up. It'll really help out our channel if y'all do that. I know sometimes you forget about it, but if you're still watching the video, if you don't mind, just scroll down there, click that thumbs up. And if you hadn't subscribed, come on and join the channel. It's gonna be a lot of harvest videos coming up from here on out, so ought to be pretty exciting content. So anyway, thanks for watching, and guys, we will see y'all on the next one. See ya.